I pledge allegiance
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, right.
There's a lot of screens in here.
There is. I'm like, which one should I look at? So let me get the share going. Hi, everyone online.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, all.
Let's see. Where'd my... There we go. You can see that, right? You can see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep,
Okay,
absolutely.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's see. We don't have any guests other than ourselves. Can I get a motion to approve the last month's minutes?
So moved.
And a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Thank you, Creed. He gets them out much faster than I do, or did. Let's see, privilege of the floor. If anybody wants to talk about anything that's not on our agenda. Oh, good. Mike, do you have anything to report from the development office?
Nothing this month. It's pretty quiet so far.
Righty. Thank you much.
Sure thing.
We have 2 referrals from the town board on our agenda tonight. It's the form-based code and the chapter 165. We'll do those after we take care of the 2 on our agenda, 2 other things on our agenda tonight. Let's see, the ordinance committee, they will be meeting Monday. I'm not sure what they're going, I guess I can look. Let me see if I can find Civic Plus. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Yes, the website changed from .org to .gov. So if you've got anything not working on that, try .gov. Let's see. Let me go to the town board. Agendas, there we go. So yeah, if you ever want to go to and see what's on like the town board agenda or finance committee, public works, and the ordinance committee, you can go to Civic Plus. It's a cloud software that they've got, and it has like the meeting schedule, and it has should be able to click this and it should tell me what's on the agenda.
Can you access that from the town website or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So what I did was I went to it's still up there. I went to the town board page, and then I clicked where it says, you know, meetings, agendas, and
This is honeycandidato.portofcivicclerk.com.
Yep. And so I just clicked that, and then that takes you here. So you can actually go and look to see what they're talking about, and public's always welcome. So
The bookmark's actually linked, or so you can actually skip ahead to stuff now, or instead of sorting through everything.
I think you still need to click on the calendar and pick which meeting you want.
Oh, and I'm
there.
not saying within, because it's usually what, a couple hundred pages, or
Oh, that.
if you click on those, does it go right to the page?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the different agenda items, so it will take you, and there will be like documents that they may have uploaded into
Okay.
this. So,
That's awesome.
so it is a good resource, and they started with this a year or more back, but they're adding some of the other meetings into it.
I gotta start doing it another way. Instead of how I was doing the old way.
So but this is what they're talking about. There's a chapter 170 stormwater management, uniform docking mooring law, site design development criteria amendment, and then conservation resources by parcel. Oh, that's that is we will talk about that a little bit. And the strategic farmland protection map. These both are from the open space team. And then review of form-based code comments and revisions. So they've got a big
It's
agenda.
a full, yeah, boy.
They got a lot of stuff that they're going to be covering. So, anyways, back to the agenda, and then we're going to start right into the referrals. Did anybody have a chance to visit either of these?
Yeah. Oh, not visit. Look online.
Okay. This one, the second one here, we reviewed last summer a
Yeah.
house proposed for that location.
Is this a new owner or a new, that's what I thought.
The other person was not happy with the solar project.
I
that was-
gathered that when he was here, that it wasn't setting well with him.
And so he ended up selling the property, so
Okay.
this is
That's what I thought.
a new.
Oh, all right.
So we have seen that property before, so.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, do you have details on the Bristol Cross, the subdivision one?
Yeah, it's basic, 36-acre plot. They just want to cut off like a 3-acre section to sell off and eventually build on it, but nothing right now. So anything that any of the NRI features on that piece of property, they're really not interrupting anything there.
It said something about a wetland.
There's a
I can go to.
national wetland inventory piece there,
Ah,
but I think it's in the back of the
It is
big
a
parcel.
developable lot.
Yeah, it is.
It would have to be, I don't think.
Mike, I have a comment.
Go for it.
No, I was looking at it and I noticed there was a note on the map saying that there were nothing NRI that affected the lot they're cutting off, but there's NRI things on the whole piece here and
Exactly.
there. I mean, should that be shown on the map even though they say it doesn't affect that particular lot? How do we handle that? You know, I think there's some, I didn't bring my notes with me, but I think there are a few features NRI affected on the entire piece. There's a couple spots.
I know it's tree covered the entire
Yeah,
piece.
and steep slopes.
I think there's a steep slope somewhere in there, but you know, I was just wondering maybe it should be noted even though it's not on that lot in particular.
See the piece they were gonna cut out is up in this.
Yeah, right there at the road. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
No, okay.
Mike, would it be possible for them to note the steep slopes on their
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
on their plat?
Yep. If I don't have access to it right now, but if they didn't mark the the delineation for the steep slopes on there, I can ask them to. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know if they did or not, but if they didn't, we'd request that.
Sure.
Yeah. Do they show all the wooded lines on the map that they submitted? I think they did. Yeah. Okay, good.
I'd suggest, I know this is just a subdivision and any building on it would be separate, but hopefully they would plan for their house to be closer to the road. Rather than like this house. Ideally, we would like to see them be closer to the road so they can
Get away.
leave, you know, the tree cover in a more contiguous piece.
So where were the wetlands? I thought it was only the
Let me see
pond.
that. Let me turn this up. Maybe if it listens, there we go. There's a wetland. Oh, is that that's the pond?
Yeah. I couldn't find other, today though.
Oh, I'm sure it's every place today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wetland.
Yeah, I
Oh, okay.
none of the other
There's
ones.
the area across the street there.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
So that would be my suggestion because I think they're right here in this corner,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
There's a steep slope right in that corner too, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like that's a water feature in there.
Oh, yeah.
On the big parcel, yeah, that's a pond.
Oh, no, it looks
You're
like
talking here?
a little gully or something there, if I'm remembering correctly.
Does that match up with?
No, never mind. I guess it's just my eyes.
So what's that little red that right there?
Depression of some sort.
Maybe it's a drumlin.
Okay. Back. So, I don't have a problem with the subdivision and hopefully the future owners and people who would build a house there would respect the NRI features that are there. Try and avoid the steep slopes and hopefully build closer to the road.
Yep.
They certainly could leave like tree cover between their house and the road and it would still be private and
Yeah, it's a private road anyway, so.
Private
it's not
road,
like
yeah.
It's a dead end road.
so. But that would be my suggestion. Anybody else have any other suggestions?
Anything else?
Yeah, that would be nice, Mike, if that was included on the plat, if it's not already. It's just,
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'll give him a talk to tomorrow.
yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Pat, did you have any other comments on?
No, I just, there's always seems to be an NRI of something, on some sort of NRI feature on most of our things that come through, so.
I think we're seeing more of the parcels that have never gotten built on before, so
Yeah,
I have to agree.
yeah.
So the New Michigan one. Our comments before were planting a windbreak in the back because I have to say I live around the corner and Edith lives just, a parcel over from this and we both agree it's super windy there.
Yeah, it's pretty open.
It's pretty open. It will get whiteouts and snowy times there, so big suggestion just for their comfort and even their heat, saving on their heating would be putting in a windbreak. Plant some native shrubs or whatever. Make a hedge for themselves. I can bring back their plans. Mike, did you have anything?
I saw nothing unusual with this. My determination was pretty simple for this one.
This used to be farmed by the Brocklebanks, and then it got sold and subdivided.
The whole parcel? I mean, not the whole farmland,
No, not the whole farmland.
just this one single parcel.
Yeah, this one and then I think the one next to it. They were like, that all used to be one great big farm
Right.
farm lot. And,
Because that's pretty prime farmland.
but, you've got a proposed future barn there. So,
I've got a couple little things.
sure,
Site distance for the new, for the driveway. Right? Site distances at the driveway entrance.
'Cause there's a side
And
road, but,
usually we show the width of the pavement and the width of the right of way. Usually we spell that out on the map somewhere. These are just little things.
Mike, those are things that could be added, correct?
I believe I asked them to. Is there another,
Oh,
is there another
I can double
subdivision?
check.
Is there another plan in there? Because when I did the ZLD for that one, with this new system that Kristen set up, I put in my ZLD and then they're supposed to respond to that.
I opened that one.
Oh.
It's the one that's supposed to be revised.
Yeah, it's supposed to have all that on there. I asked them all of that.
No, that top one, the CLD one?
That's Mike's.
Yeah, that's the determination.
Yeah, I'll try it again, but
So what is the question about?
so go ahead, Pat. You can.
No, typically, when we're presenting a subdivision plan, our site plan, that they require us to show the width of the right of way of the road, the width of the actual pavement, the width of the proposed driveways, site distances, to left or right when you're pulling out of the driveway, site distances are required for us to show. Those are on the checklist when we're submitting, that's what I'm talking about. Only because I'm used to looking at the checklists all the time and we do this kind of thing too. So I just notice,
That's,
Number 8.
it's just something that could easily be added. I don't,
Yeah.
just noticed it, that's all.
oh, it looks like he put it in the notes for.
Oh, it's
site-
in the notes?
Right, okay. they're in the
Maybe.
notes. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. Well, what does he have there? Okay, distance left, distance right, okay.
Thanks, Jim.
Driveway, paved surfaces, all right, yeah, it's in the notes, okay.
He knew you were gonna say something.
Yes, probably.
I will say it's easier to see.
We've
when
known
it's-
each other for many, many years.
And a topic of conversation this week is all the stuff that's getting flooded. And
Yeah,
while this isn't on Canandaigua Lake, it is in the watershed of Mud Creek we were just talking about earlier.
mm-hmm,
And that has skipped over its banks and is flowing all over the place.
mm-hmm.
So it's always nice if people do something with their roof drains and they've got a barn that they're thinking about in the future and they'll have their driveway. I mean, if they can do something, I mean, they've got all sorts of options because it's not the lake, so any sort of drainage swale or French drains or whatever. I mean, rain gardens if they want to take care of one.
One more question about the barn. Is the barn considered like parallel with the house? Because I know we don't like barns in front of the house,
Yeah, I thought
but
about that.
this is kind of in line with the house. How does that work, Mike, with that location?
It's, that one is AR2, so they can actually have an agricultural structure in front of the house.
Okay,
Yeah.
But that would be a big suggestion of mine is like, Edith has talked about the culverts and the drainage dishes just roaring here in this part of New Michigan Road. So I think people even that aren't on the lake have to start thinking more about drainage. Cause I think this week is, like the new normal. So if
It's
they,
early in the season too.
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
yeah.
This is early for this kind of events.
So if people can start thinking of things other than just, splash blocks, I think it will even help them. It will save, their sump pump will probably empty out someplace. They can send that to like the same thing. So
It's all going to the bond.
it could, I don't know. Whatever works, but I think that's a man-made pond. Anyways, native landscaping. Anybody have any?
So as they progress along, will they come up with a landscape plan that,
No,
Doesn't
nothing that
necessary.
we'll see.
okay.
But I always like to suggest, because I mean, not only do your native species support wildlife, they'll probably do better in the long run for you. Less
Yeah,
care.
the planning board does take the comments from here into account, especially when it comes to the landscape plans. They may ask for that eventually.
What's the status of New York State's requirements regarding burning of fossil fuels? I noticed on their seeker, they said they answered yes, that they were in compliance with whatever the statute is, the New York State Energy Code or something. Is that been rescinded or delayed, or?
It's delayed right now.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
I think we asked the prior owner what he was thinking about doing for heating and air conditioning. Certainly encourage heat pumps. But that's delayed indefinitely, Mike?
Yeah, because now they're pushing this new let them build bill.
No.
And that's if they go ahead with no fossil fuels, that's going to delay things. But they want things built faster. So everything in Albany is up in arms right now. It's a little messy. So and they tried it in California and it got sued right out. So they when they did it in California, they sued the state and won. So they saw that coming, and there were lawyers chomping at the bit for someone to come along and say, "Hey, let's sue the state of New York for this," and that's why they're delaying things.
Usually California sets the precedent for everything, or used to.
I mean, they do have space. They could do geothermal and different things like that. So, or they could have, solar panel or
I didn't see any propane tanks on their plan.
So they have a lot of options.
Wind
And
turbines if it's windy over there.
very. I've seen the small ones that sit on the ground and turn them.
It's all
There's some
expensive.
new technology coming along that's
Yeah.
going to be less invasive than probably.
But anyways, they have a lot of choices there. So, and it's all open.
Hopefully some of the farmland will stay leased out or something.
Yeah. So the prior owner had angst about solar going in across the street. What's happening across the street?
It's
Anything?
dead. Is it?
That got denied by the zoning board.
Okay.
It was a use variance and I forget the second thing. Do you remember the second thing that they were going for a variance on, Mike?
That was the use. Oh wow. No, it was use variance. It only had the two
It was
questions.
just the use variance?
Yeah, and they only required 2 questions instead of the 5 zoning questions. And that got shot down, and they threatened to sue, but once they discovered they had 0 to go on, they dropped it completely. They just walked away from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do the tax credits affect these kind of programs too? These solar farms, because
That went away, so that didn't help either.
that could have been a
They
big
had
thing
to
too.
start construction. They had said
Right.
they had to start construction this year to get the money.
Was that the Agritech?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Agrivoltaic.
Yeah. So yeah, that had gotten denied.
But that lot, is it gonna be sold?
Now it'll be houses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the shame of it all.
Yeah.
There's a gas,
'Cause that's-
gas line goes through there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't
okay.
stop it, yeah. So you know that's a hot parcel now and it's up for bid basically, so we'll see if they get.
Has that been farmed recently? I haven't paid much attention to it. Has it yet?
It's been in active agriculture the whole
I didn't know
time.
if they'd let it go, you know.
And the Brockle Banks actually have leased through 2031, I think.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. That came in later in like some of the conversations, so they still had that lease agreement signed. So,
Oh, that's kind of a showstopper.
so but yeah. So that was not happening across the street, but the previous owner still was concerned, so so yeah.
Maybe he was standing there on a windy, cold day and said,
Could be. I mean, it is.
Well, the one thing working in the favor of no development is there's no electric out there, right? Or did that get fixed?
No electric. Yeah, we have electric on that road. So.
Or just the supply, right? Is that still an issue or,
There was a big problem with the 332.
but not up that way?
I don't think it's a problem this year.
oh, you mean with
Supply.
Just for our growth for the uptown, so
isn't that more a Farmington thing?
they're all
The,
drawn from the same spot, more or
yeah,
less.
the 332 corridor where the form-based code that we'll talk about later. Yeah, that's the place that they were having the supply issue for. I know there's the Uptown Landing. That's pending.
Delayed, right?
So. Any other comments people might have on this?
No.
Okay. Let me close up some of these. And so, Mike, do you know anything about the different code reviews? Or you want me to jabber?
I lost the signal.
You said he lost signal.
Oh, do you have anything to say about the different code that we're reviewing tonight?
Honestly, I just started looking at them today. I haven't had a chance with everything I've, with everything I was going through the past couple weeks. So I did not get a chance. I started looking at them today, and I wish they had let me in on one of these meetings, but I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. That's one of my big comments on this is they need a better process for reviewing code like this. I know they've got some plans in the works for, doing a comprehensive plan update. They want to update all of chapter 220 and we can't get it like this because these documents were available March 17th. The ECB agenda just came out last Wednesday, and so we really only had it a week. The ZBA got the materials the same day they had a meeting, and the planning board pretty much got hurried up too, so we really need a different process.
Oh yeah.
So I know the ordinance committee took a year to work on it. So if it's going to take long like that, we should get a little more time. We should at least get the 30 days like they do for like the seeker, the lead agency things. There's a very formal process for it, and I think there should be a similar process for this. So. I sent in a bunch of comments. I put it right in the workspace. But did anybody else have any comments on the form-based code? because I'll have to get those, put in right away, because the cutoff is Monday for our comments, so we don't really have a long time.
I like your comments. I agree with them, and the parking one about the 50 or I forget the numbers of vehicles that were.
24.
Yeah. I mean, there was some reference to 50 vehicle max, and I don't know if that was off-road lots or what, or adjacent or behind
Okay,
buildings. It seemed a lot. No reference to pedestrian walkway curb cutouts, but again, maybe that's policy that would have to occur anyhow. It's not something which would have to be included in this particular code.
You mean for crossing
Yeah,
crosswalks?
right. Yeah. Bicycle parking. You mentioned about. I didn't see that they were restricting it to non-e-bikes. What was there some reference to that?
there
Or just,
was, it was only for residential and like food places or something like that.
well, the parking, yeah.
It,
But-
it was like limiting it to where they required
Okay.
bicycle parking, and I was like, well, wouldn't you want it more places, like in front of stores or things?
Yeah, I would think. I mean, the number of
Want those eyesores.
exactly. But if if there was some reference to e-bikes, I think the comedy in that is fine. But probably just the class 1 or 2. And the class 3 e-bikes are kind of like little motorcycles that run over people. But in the increasing number, they talk about one bike parking place per 15 auto parking, and it didn't seem like enough. It seemed like you'd probably want
It
More.
seemed rather light, okay.
than that. Which brings up the issue of bike lanes and connectivity with the city and things like that. And I asked about that when we reviewed previously, and they said this is kind of beyond the purview of this discussion, that there would be a separate group looking at that issue,
Okay,
having bike paths and things as part of that. Of course, if you're having a bike path go down to the city, there's really no place to
Then where do you go?
connect. Yes, that's the
That's,
problem.
yeah.
It is not a bike friendly
Yeah,
no,
area,
no, it's not.
unfortunately.
you should go out to Colorado and learn from them.
I
Much for
thought that
bicycle.
Yeah.
form-based code was supposed to be focusing more on complete streets, which would have bike lanes and things like that, but I saw no reference.
Yeah. So
To it.
that'd be a good question to ask again.
Okay,
Lighting, they're prohibiting rooftop area lighting. I wonder, we got places in town that you dine on the roof, whether that's something which would be precluded. So if they had establishment with, I forget.
You have to
town,
have lighting that was focusing.
Yeah, it would be, but I say that the way it was phrased, rooftop lighting was prohibited.
Because everybody wants to do as much lighting and, the fancy lights along the railings and so forth and
Yeah.
enhance the looks, I guess, or.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they could, if it's like a one-off thing, like you got a rooftop, they could always get a variance for it. but-
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm thinking like, there's a Kicks in town, it's got,
Was that just focused on like giant blocky light
yeah, that's what
I
I'm
letters?
saying.
think that's what
right,
it was intending, yeah.
Sun lighting for dining.
Of course, they want a lot of lighting because it gives them a focus, like, oh, I wanna go there.
But what that might blanket it out, so then it becomes more of a hassle to approve it if you need one of those variances.
Could be. I also agree with your comment about no large scale solar, but encouraging certainly roof mounted solar in
Definitely.
these areas. Yeah.
Yeah, even community scale, like, I know, what is it, they have the old apartments up there in North, or is it North Road? But they have like the larger panel solar there, so like
Right.
it could function as like providing for that area.
Yeah.
I think they still call it community solar, I don't know what they call it now.
Well, some places are using solar above parking areas. And then it's like, well, it keeps snow off your car and
Dual use.
what?
Dual use.
Right.
Dual use, yeah,
Instead of putting them in our farmland,
exactly. I'm
look for
not
alternatives.
I'm not opposed to solar, but I'm like, the one that we were just talking about,
Mhm.
that was active
Farm,
agricultural.
See, I like the solution of that because you keep it, you're not losing the land, and it was easier to revert back to, I guess, the ag lands if it ever went. I know it never would, because then at that time it would go.
Yeah,
But if it's subdivided, if there's housing.
Like, that's so much better than a
it's
house.
Never going to
Right.
return to.
I mean, that was like my dilemma with like that solar project is like,
Yeah.
this is already gonna be on the market. That's a better solution than just a giant housing development on prime land that'll never, ever be that again.
Right.
And chances are, if they're only good for 20 years or 25 years, chances are that everything's there, you just swap out the solar
Yeah.
panels and go for
A
another.
new lease, yeah.
now the people that farm the Brockle Banks, the Brock Acres, they're very active with PDRs. They just got one on Farmington Town Line Road.
We got another one.
Yeah, we wrote a memo for that one
Oh,
last year. That was actually a property owned by the
Oh,
same
that's right, that's right.
person that owned this parcel where the solar was proposed. So, you know, they do have an option probably to sell it if they wanted. But, is there anything else? I'm sorry.
Nothing else in that.
Did anyone else have any comments for the form-based code?
I'm sorry, I didn't have time to review it with the short notice on it.
No,
Where was
I
that, where was your note? I was trying to find it. You sent it out today and I
Yeah.
looked for it and I was.
I was up last night. So
Okay, maybe I was, okay.
it puts like a little color
Yeah, I was
thing.
looking, I saw 55 pages and I was like, eek.
Yeah. So looking for the purple is where I made the comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then the comment comes in like the next page.
Mhm.
It writes it.
yeah, okay, I started looking at it, I said, like, 55, I'm like, yeah.
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 So like
I was going over that earlier. I did see that earlier and read through your comments. Yeah.
So, yeah, I sat down with it, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll just write up my comments and.
So this is specific to Uptown, pretty much?
Let me
So
open
they're
up.
trying to get ahead of it here by setting this up, so when they do finally develop it, everything ducks will all be in line and.
So I can show you where it is. In the old plan. So the old plan is still on the website and it has maps. They basically took out all the illustrations. So there's no more illustrations in the new code, but so this is. So these are the two areas that it would apply to. So this is 332, and then you've got two different sub areas with two different colors. And this is the area where that pending project is.
The park, there's the park there, fire hall.
Yeah, the Blue Heron Park. Yep.
The fire.
So I think it's a great place to
Yeah.
develop. And one of the comments that the Ag Committee made last year, now they won't actually get a chance to review it because the cutoff is Monday. So they won't actually get a chance to review it, but they asked for denser development here
Mhm.
to try and take pressure off of farmland. They said there's enough shops on Main Street, put more housing in here, make it multi-level, make parking garages. They said all of that, trying to, pack things in denser.
I mean, by doing this, it takes a little of the pressure off of the farmland by developing this.
Yeah. And that was what they had suggested last fall. I think we reviewed it like November or something like that. A rough draft at that point.
And they speak a little to the transitioning of current establishments that are clearly not in compliance with this, the car dealerships and whatnot, but that's just gonna take time. I mean, they're not gonna impose this upon establishments and saying you need to redo things, right? Is that-
Some of the changes they made were like setbacks. They allowed the parking that we were talking about before. They allowed some parking in front. See, the old code, the setbacks were they wanted the buildings closer to the road.
Right.
They wanted the parking in the back, and some of that is not the same.
Mhm.
They changed some of the transparency. Now, there was problems with, they wanted the buildings to be more glass and have a certain percentage of transparency, but when people were trying to actually build things and make additions and stuff, they were struggling with that particular code. So I think that one was probably a good one to change because it seemed like every application that was coming through, they struggled with that.
Sure.
So with, I guess, the new setups and setbacks and stuff, like this can't be taken from this and applied to other parts of the town, right? Or,
This is just this area.
yeah, so there's no, someone gets an idea to like, well, you guys are allowing this up here, why can't we do
No,
it?
it's its own zoning district and it's got its own rules and,
Okay.
City of Cheshire.
No, I'm just thinking lakeside, if there's any like little things,
Yeah.
that snippets or like being able to utilize that for enforcement or I guess go the other way too.
there was some of those conversations in the ordinance committee and it was communicated multiple times that this is just for here. So,
For better, for worse.
for better or for worse, yeah. Pat, did you have any comments?
I don't. I was reading the MRB report and I looked over the one where you had highlighted the purple and made your comments. I don't have anything to add, but I did read it over.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So like another question is like, is this set in stone or is there language in there for this to expand, contract or
The area?
the area?
That would have to be the town board rezoning to that area. I suppose people could request being, if they're adjacent.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the other areas like right there, like, if that ever gets filled up, is there an ability to keep it in that area or they're gonna have to go outside of that area to look for new areas or?
There was a workshop last, is it summer, fall, summer? Where it was kind of like we drew on maps and tried to,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
spitball some ideas
There was one
about.
downstairs in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
My team wanted to make it all Eggland.
My team, we agreed that pretty much some of the protections you have for ag and the natural spaces overlap, and you could kind of deal with that protection altogether. So it wasn't like opposed or you had to like put one protection and not the other. So, but yeah, we all agreed that this corridor up here would be like the great place to put more housing, more development, and pack it in.
More likelihood of that in the town.
What's that?
More livelihood at that end of town.
Yeah. So,
So they're concentrating it more and more.
yeah.
You got the YMCA right there and
High school, all that area.
school.
Gonna let the kids leave for lunch someday.
They'll have to walk to school.
Mark, did you have any comments? I know you.
No,
brought
like I
up
said, I didn't have a whole lot
Oh,
of time.
that's right, sorry.
No, it's okay.
And this extra development, I guess, doesn't cause any issues with the airport, right? With all the extra lighting or busyness or anything.
Well, not that I know of.
Sorry, I know it's not related to us, but
No,
there's
that's,
gonna be a lot more stuff going on there. I don't know if that does anything for the pilots or Mercy Flight or any of that stuff.
I know if it's close enough, they'll get referred for different projects, you know, like things that are in like Brickyard sometimes, they'll get referred out to like the airport
Okay.
and they have a chance to comment and so. So, yeah. That's what we got. All right, I will include, I'll try and capture all the comments that I've gotten here and, I will add that to what I commented on and we'll send that along. Guess I'll be busy this weekend.
Sounds that way.
So let's see.
You're avoiding the Henrietta look with this. So,
That's why I moved out here originally, was to get, I grew up in Henrietta.
yeah.
Actually, those
It's a
comments,
farmland, right?
It was when I grew up.
those comments were made and all the discussions about form-based code is people didn't want it looking like, you know, Henrietta.
Farmington.
Yeah, we're out west when it all turns into strip malls for.
So, Mike, do you know anything about the chapter 165?
No. Again,
Okay.
today was the only time I got to look at it, and I didn't get completely go through all of it.
So as I understand it, the stormwater rules used to be different in different places in the town, and now it's going to be a one size for everyone. And the big change is the limit at wow, can't read that at all. Is where let me get down to it. So they've changed it so every place in the town, if you strip or grade more than 500 square feet of ground surface or excavate or fill more than 5 cubic yards of material, you'll need to get a permit, is it? Requiring a permit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's their big change. I think they changed some of the fees. They made them more. But yeah, there used to be if you were within this or within that or, and then they just said it was too hard to enforce townwide. And this would actually streamline and this would bring, according to the memo, this would bring more of the small projects in focus for their work too.
So they're stripping out any reference to lake and freshwater wetlands in hopes that, I guess, I mean, because like 5 cubic yards isn't a lot, but,
It isn't a lot, no.
but in those areas, extra sensitive, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So like driveway reconstruction could fall under that.
Maybe, yeah. But then they would have to, you know, get a permit and follow whatever. I don't know all of what they would need to do. I think with the soil erosion and sediment control, they have to put in, you know, silt fences or different things to make sure it's not running off.
Who proposed these changes?
This would be the code enforcement officer. It's their team that has been, doing the stormwater management. It's the town is at MS4, so they get to like go and inspect their own like stormwater stuff.
Guess I won't dig that pond this weekend.
Yeah, they'll do Nick on this weekend. So, there wasn't a lot to this. This was like the crux of the change.
It's a pretty substantial change in numbers.
Yeah,
It just means they're gonna be reviewing more of the projects
They'll be
basically, so they don't
reviewing.
miss like.
Yeah.
Less opportunity to miss like important things.
so. And there are some exempted activities like ag and household gardening. So there's some stuff, but
Oh, driveways is exempt.
What's that?
Is that driveways in that exemption, household government?
yes, this is driveways.
Interesting.
Existing, I'm assuming existing.
Non-existing development.
So, anyways, any comments? I was fine because I'm like, well, you know, if they've got the bandwidth to review smaller projects, then
These just desktop reviews they'll be doing, or?
I honestly don't know. They do have a person that actually is dedicated to Andy that used to work for the parks.
Mm-hmm.
He's another stormwater person.
Okay.
So he goes out and looks at the job sites. They were very busy this week.
Oh, man.
You're gonna be even busier if we go this. They're gonna be more hired now.
And so yeah. So they've got a and they've been taking pictures with drones of some of these different
That makes it easier.
the stormwater features.
Do they have to abide by the drone stuff where it can't be of Chinese or foreign national make? Like federal projects or anything?
I have no idea on that. I just know that they've been doing. They've got some more tools and stuff. So
It's just hard to avoid.
Selfie sticks. Well, the best ones are Chinese, so.
Yeah, the engines are.
Mark or Pat, any comments?
Not for me, no.
No.
Okay. Are we generally supportive of this?
Sure,
Yeah.
It's fine, just gonna put more workload on
seems fine.
the town.
Yeah, my only thing would be taking out like the more stringent areas, but they would be captured either by this or I'm guessing there'd be other laws on the books or codes that would have to apply to it.
Oh, you mean like steep slopes or
Freshwater
or
wetlands,
freshwater?
the lake, yeah, any of
yeah.
that stuff. Or sensitive areas or whatever.
Okay, I will let them know that. We'll let them know those comments. All right, cruising along here. I've got a lot of things open. Let me close a couple. Form based code. Perfect. All right. Edith couldn't make it. She's got organ playing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So she's very busy for Easter. So I do have a newsletter coming up, and I got an article from Gary. What was it again? I'm sorry.
I'm laughing at your transcript is saying I live in New Zealand.
What was it? I'm forgetting.
Oh, my article was the Family Forest Car Rent Program.
Perfect, yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, which is popular in New Zealand.
So, thank you very much. If anybody's got anything else they'd like to send, I'm always happy to get articles.
Mhm.
Let's see, this Friday is the deadline, but yeah, next week's good too, if anybody wants to get me something.
I'll be late as usual.
That's okay. The open space team, they are looking for us to give support to vote on 2 of the maps they had done work to prepare. There is, let's see, where can I just had that ordinance committee, I bet you it's there, because I saw it on their agenda. Let's see, what number is that? 5. So this was a new map created. Labella did the work, and what it does is it focuses on not the parcel size like our other conservation. Just a second, let me let's that up a little. Our other conservation rating map, it prioritizes size. This one does not. This one prioritizes the number of NRI features on a parcel. So kind of you can use both of them together and kind of get an idea of where some places, so here's Shenandoah, places that could be possibly preserved, or if the town gets a chance to purchase something or protect it, this could help them in that endeavor. And there is a spreadsheet that accompanies this. So I know in the past the ECB members have mentioned that they would like something like this. So hopefully it's of help.
Yeah, that's great.
And what's that, Pat?
No, it was great. It was great. And there's a lot of properties on that spreadsheet.
There
Lots.
definitely is.
Yeah.
And you can sort it by, the different columns on the spreadsheet, and
Yep.
these are all of the, let me see if I can blow this up.
So there's been no ranking when I was going through that sheet like we had done in the past at this point. This is just for kind of perusing over it. I know in the past there was a whole ranking system.
This is a ranking, so the colors, the darker the color.
Oh yeah, like like the individuals, like how they stacked up and stuff.
Yeah.
For that filter.
So these dark blue ones are the ones that have the biggest number of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And the spreadsheet gives all the details to
Was it out of 10 or what was their number of them? That was like the highest I counted in the spreadsheet.
Oh, in that other one? Or in
This was associated with that Excel spreadsheet, right, or whatever? Yeah.
I think there was 9, I think was
Okay.
the largest I saw.
Just trying to filter through it and use it and stuff, and then it's a little...
There's a lot of columns, so some of them you can just hide the columns or make a copy and do what you want with it.
Yeah, I was playing around with it just to look it over.
So basically this whole project had gotten to the town board. The town board had some questions on one of the other maps that were submitted that had been updated and submitted along with this. And the open space team is really looking for these maps that didn't have any questions on them to move forward. So, and then the other one is, this was the strategic farmland protection area, but it had the agricultural protection overlay district put on it. That's this tan colored area. That isn't currently on any other map other than this proposed one. It was just verbally, actually they put the wrong map in here.
I was chuckling at that because it splits our farm as
The one
in and
that
out of the overlay district.
I'm going to have to mention, because the one that we proposed moving forward didn't split the parcels.
Yeah, just down here, like I know, like this is our prime fields, and then above it is like our back fields. So I was like laughing.
Yeah,
I saw that.
because there were some of these like here it looks like this parcel's split,
Right.
and rather than go back and forth as it in as it out, we said include the whole parcel. So
Okay.
we actually proposed a different map than this. So
Is there any updates to this one, or
what's that?
is there any updates to the egg protection overlay district, or?
That just went bounded by County Road 30, Route 21, Risser Road, and then the municipal boundary, if I remember right.
Yeah, because Rozier Road, where they have it cut through it, it's missing out on a lot of farmland there.
Yeah.
That's all basically continuous with it.
And it's a state determination?
Oh, no,
Strategic
no.
farmland?
No, the Ag Committee had proposed it, worked with Doug Finch to write up the
I
code.
don't know their south side farmers very well.
No.
Yeah, that's how come it doesn't extend further south, because a lot of ag around me has been farmed quite extensively.
That was my water bottle. They tried to come up with an area that they didn't want to see more development pressure in because it had a lot of the prime farmland. And so this overlay district, the planning board cannot approve sewer or water extensions into this area. It has to be the town board. So it has to be a very conscious choice to expand in that area and put more pressure on the agricultural lands that are there. So, but this isn't on our map, and I will have to mention that this was not the map the committee had put forward. So I'm sure I've got it in my email. If anybody wants to see that one. Let me stop the share for a second because Google gets kind of funky about seeing emails. Yeah, they had rejected an upload to YouTube at one point because I had done this. I had gone into my email.
They reported you.
They rejected the video.
Oh, the whole sheet.
Yeah, and it was like one little bit, and they rejected it. For attachments, conservation. I know. Oh, there it is. Need to see this. There we go. I'll start the share back up. Sorry about that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So the map. So you'll see it kind of spans over.
Yeah.
So this was a big parcel, and it spans over rather than like,
Say, because in this one, our property, all of it basically is under it, and the other one is not.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it caught my attention.
Yeah. So we thought that this was a better choice, cause you're not like in the middle of a lot going, is it in or is it out?
Okay.
So,
So if there's, you're not in this ag protected area, what does that mean for those people outside of that area? That they're,
it's the same as it is now.
Okay.
All this does is, prevent the planning board from making the choice. Town board has to make it. So, ideally, they would try and protect some of the ag land better. They've got a little different focus.
How would this affect you, the Dement Ranch?
South of the road we can develop maybe if we ever get water, north we can't.
Okay.
well, that's what concerns me down by me, cause there's a lot of farmland.
Yeah,
that's-
no, like the neighboring parcels, that's all Casella's property, that's like good farmland
Yeah,
stuff, which is kinda,
Huh.
you know, it is what it is, you're not gonna capture everything when you're at this scale.
Right.
I mean, just from our parcels and their parcels, that was part of an original PDR that went in, so that might take away from a future one or something like that if it's not considered, part of that. But that all changed, so I don't even know what the requirements are for that.
The PDRs.
I know Sarah Reynolds is helping us through all that stuff and it was continually changing on.
Yeah, I think all the more recent ones I've seen have come through the land trust. So,
Yeah, the state ones that really, they went away.
yeah. So, I believe there's also a federal program, but who knows about that, so.
Pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar. So, but anyways, I'm gonna make a motion that that ECB supports the adoption of these two maps with the caveat that this was the map that was actually put forward by the open space team as opposed to the one that's in the ordinance committee's agenda.
Okay, second.
Second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I will let them know that we've voted to support this and all good stuff.
This one, right?
Mhm.
This particular one right here.
This particular one right here.
Someone's got it out for me.
Yeah, well, we had two prepared and Sarah's like, which one do you guys feel better about? We're like, don't cut it in half. So obviously they took the wrong one of these, so.
At the end, we're doing the same thing, we don't want to develop, so it doesn't really matter, so
Yeah.
that'll never, we're doing stuff behind the scene anyways.
So I was the secretary of the Ed Committee when they were working on this, and they had to basically pick out an area. You couldn't like say everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, that's the focus too, because you get the larger farm fields in
Yeah.
Bloomfield and then the pressure from the northwest, basically. I
Yeah.
know from talking to those guys, that was the big concern.
yeah, so this was just trying to do something to help, and
A little extra layer of protection.
so okay, very cool. Let me get rid of that. Did that. I had sent some emails that I had gotten from Greg Reynolds. They're asking for help to develop some sort of protection for, I'm gonna say public trees, because they had some damage happen to a heritage tree that was in one of the cemeteries. People were digging into the roots on the other side of the property line. And so they're really concerned that the tree may,
Is this the one up here? Or
Sorry.
where was it at? Do they know, or?
let's see if it was in here. It's one of the cemeteries, I wanna say maybe Hun, because they had 2 trees
It's
that,
one at the end of.
Why was somebody digging?
It's on the old house, right? Yeah, okay.
why was someone digging, someone was doing like construction on their property.
It was close.
Those the ones at the Hun Cemetery?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're in the tree team, you would know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you share?
There's 3 beautiful trees there, 3 beautiful old trees. And I guess one of them is, I don't know, the people put out an addition and I think apparently the tree is a nuisance to the landowner. But that's neither here nor there. But the digging was done near one of the big trees and they're concerned for how long it's gonna, survive from that.
Do you know what kind of tree it
But
was?
it's almost right at the corner of Woolhouse and 32 at Hun Cemetery,
We dug up like
right
a-
next door to that.
Oh,
That's
okay,
bad.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
I drive by it a lot and I was
Right
like,
across
how
it.
did they get approval for that?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah,
It's an awkward addition, but
Well, the addition may never have gone through,
it's like a garage,
Yeah.
multi-level, right
Yeah.
on the property boundary.
not everything goes through planning board and site plan and.
Yeah, if that wasn't
Our-
identified, we wouldn't have seen it or
Yeah.
archaeological
Yeah.
or.
So they are talking about streamlining some of the processes and making not as much go to the planning board and there are things like this that are very useful to have some extra eyes on.
I should have brought it up. I don't know if they're the old oaks or what they were there, but those are really old.
I'll have to go and check that out. 'Cause I don't know about Oak
Yeah.
Street.
So they're looking at, whether code can be changed or whatever to better protect, not just heritage trees, but probably even like trees in the public spaces like parks and stuff like that.
So when we usually focus on parcels, we're generally not looking at the one right next door. But I mean, that could be if there's any, creating a buffer and basically looking at that buffer for the property parcel boundary would be the easiest way. I mean, just as another, I don't think it'd be too cumbersome, but like, hey, just look around this a little bit, so if someone's digging right up or in that area, you'll know they'll be, I mean, we usually catch it when we're looking at
I was gonna
aerials
say,
and
well, there's
stuff.
a big tree that seems like you're gonna be in their root system when you're.
Yeah.
It's not on your property, but you need
Be
to be
aware that the tree root zone goes even further than the drip zone many times.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like this deal respected the setbacks.
Yep.
They're that
I
close.
don't know how it's functional
Yeah.
looking at it, it's a very weird layout, so I don't know.
Interesting.
The gentleman that was there sold the property, I don't know who went in there.
And weren't they part of the farm?
I don't think he was. Last year they cut down all the trees out back between the Miller's property there and the house.
That's the Miller farm, the
There's-
horse farm there.
Yeah, there's a couple pods that were sitting out there forever.
Yeah, I saw the pots.
Yeah, that's an old cemetery.
But, so if anyone has any ideas, what were you saying about a buffer?
Yeah, just, I don't know how we'd get to that point, but like for our team at least, we could have that ability to review immediately to that parcel, like we'll see like big trees or whatever, I mean, we're focused on that anyways when we're doing the reviews, so
Right.
it might be something we could capture,
Okay,
just be able to pass it along so they're aware of it.
okay.
There's no inventory yet or anything for the tree team, I don't think.
Pat?
what's that?
Is there?
I did not hear the question.
Is there an inventory for some of the old trees yet, or no?
They're trying to do this heritage tree program.
Yeah,
They know where there are some, they know where the existence of some of them are, but in the case of what happened by the Hun Cemetery, I mean, the project was already underway
right.
when someone noticed, the close proximity to the tree and it was already, under construction. But I guess they just would like an awareness, just like when you're going near a tributary or wetlands, if there's some significant trees nearby the project, just an awareness about them so that we can, try to offer some sort of protection, I would say, if doable.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's definitely a rare occasion, just because like when it does go down, all the restoration work that's been done there,
Yeah,
instantly it's
yeah.
gonna get destroyed when the limbs come down. And then who's responsible for cutting it down when it starts dying? Like, does that, I don't know, like that'd be a bigger question. Does it fall on the town to take care of it then because it's on their property, or because it was caused by the neighboring property? Yeah. Just avoid those headaches if you can have any input at any point to stop it.
Pat, has the tree team thought about doing the Tree City program?
I do not know if they're aware of it or not.
I know that to be part of that.
Dennis Brewer was, I just kind of came into this group about a year ago, but Dennis is very involved and he may know. Edith has an awareness. Edith and he have been in the group for a long time. I do not know the answer to that question.
That might help drive.
Yeah, it might help. Yeah.
As you move towards that, I know you have to come up with like a tree board, which the tree team would be a perfect place to have that tree board. And I know there's rules you have to come up with, and so it might be something to look into too.
Years ago, it was looked into because the city was doing it.
Yeah, the city has it, yeah.
And then there was, I forgot why, or it didn't make sense for the town to go after it because you had to have like a certified arborist in-house and the plans that you needed to have, and it was kind of too sparse the way the trees and stuff are within the town, and most of it's on private property anyways. So I think that was a hurdle at the time.
Okay.
And I think the guy who was with the city years ago he was a tree architect.
Yeah, because it's like full on, they go out and.
Yeah, he did, I think he did a complete inventory of the whole city.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
It might be something to look into, maybe not.
Yeah. And Dan Marion oftentimes comes to our meetings too. So you might be able to offer some suggestions too.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
The New York State, I forget, it's like NYSACC, it's like all the conservation organizations, municipal conservation organizations.
Yeah.
It's what we pay dues to every year. They've got the spreadsheet. I think I've sent it out, and it's links basically to different municipality ordinances and code, and there's a whole section for trees.
Okay.
So there might be some suggestions in that, other people may have already done the heavy lifting and come up with some ideas. So if you need me to resend that, I mean, you could share that with the tree team.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I think that would be quite helpful, Kim. Thank you.
Yep, I can do that. And,
That'd be great.
But there might be some suggestions in there too. Yeah, if you could pass that along, because I don't have everyone's
Absolutely.
email addresses.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I have to run to another meeting, so
Thanks for joining us, Mark.
yeah, sorry I couldn't be there in person.
No,
I'll try to
that's
get
okay.
the next month. So I want to see that new room. It looks fancy. Thanks.
Thank
See you
you.
next month.
Bye, Mark.
And there was also another email from Greg, and they were looking for possible things for a big volunteer group in May at Onondaga to do. So if there's any ideas for that, I'll pass those along too.
Great.
So that was all I had tonight. I don't know if anybody had anything else.
No, with meeting?
Well, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
It's good to see you.
Bye. Bye.
No, that's
Bye-bye.
okay. Have a good one.